the world has now changed forever for Americans, and it's going to change a lot more. And I don't think most Americans realize this. But let me tell you a little bit about history, okay? And if you're old like me, you'll go, oh yeah, I remember this, right? And if you're not and you're young, you should just sit there and shut up and listen. Because let me tell you something, history is about to repeat itself. And it's going to be scary as fuck, you guys. It really is. Like, listen, like, as Americans, we've been protected since World War II, okay? And here's the thing, man. The only reason that America emerged basically unscathed from World War II was because of its geography. That's it. That's it. I mean, we've got the perfect geography, and that's the only reason why. And so basically what happened is, like, all of the winners and the losers of World War II were fucking decimated, man. Like, every place was decimated except the United States, right? And so we started basically this whole like help rebuild everybody else kind of deal with our land leases, and we made money off of it, of course, of course, right? And we became a superpower. Because we were the only fucking Western country, like, still functioning, right? And so at this time, what happened basically is, like, Americans started to develop this sense of security, right? There was a big boom in the economy after the war. Americans were happy. They were buying houses. They were this, they were that, right? And we developed this false sense of security. That's really what it was. Like, before this time, Americans were hardy. They were tough. Like, they were like the greatest generation, right? That's what we call them, right? And even before that, I mean, Americans were they were always tough, right? After World War II, we became complacent, and we started just getting into this easy life, right? Everybody's got a house, everybody's doing this, we're going on vacation, we're buying RVs and towing them around the country and this and that, right? It was like the easy life, right? And everybody else around the world, right, is starting to think, wow, America, man, streets are paved with gold. Anybody can succeed, right? And so we had this whole, like, influx of, like, people who wanted to come to America, and we got all proud. America's, we're the best, right? And then we got more and more powerful, right? And all the bad people started doing things like put military bases all over the world, right? And colonizing everybody and toppling governments. And, like, so this is the time when, like, the CIA was formed, Mossad was formed, Israel was formed. Holy shit, dude. The world since then, let me tell you, not so good, right? But for Americans, it's been great, right? We haven't had any problems because we're just off fucking up everybody else's lives and getting rich off of it and being secure, right? And we're in this bubble because of our geography, right? We're protected over there. Like, even now, this whole thing with Iran, right? Iran can't fucking send missiles to the United States. They can fucking touch just about everybody else. They can't touch us, right? So yeah, they might have some cells here, some terrorist cells. We've seen a lot of movies about that. Worried about that a little bit. But like America largely is protected by its geography. We're an ocean away from fucking everything that's happening, right? And so we have this false sense of security. And life has gotten easy for us. We just go to the grocery store, we buy the food we want, this and that. And our toughest, like, thing has been the economy. It's like, how can we afford groceries? But nobody's off planting their gardens. Nobody's off, like, hunting their meat. Nobody's off fishing for their fish. Like, no. No, we don't even know how to do that shit, half of us anymore. Like, most of the Americans are like, Jesus Christ, man, if you dropped them in fucking rural Texas for 2 weeks, they'd die. Like we have become soft and weak, and we become these people who just expect everything to be given to us because we're Americans, right? And it's like, dude, this is all about to change. I can't express this enough to you. This is going to be a monumental shift. Like right now, like all of the military bases in the Middle East are gone. America's power in the Middle East is gone forever. It doesn't really matter how this whole thing with Iran and Israel ends. America's done in the Middle East. Like we're done. We are now attacking Iran out of UK military bases because ours are destroyed. Like every ounce of communications and radar and missile defense systems and everything, dude, it's gone. It's gone. But like we're begging Ukraine for interceptor missiles. We're moving THAAD systems from South Korea, leaving them unprotected against North Korea, right? We're moving those to the Middle East to protect Israel. Like, do you understand what's happening? America's dominance is done. Like, worldwide, this is going, everything is fucking going to change, man. It's already changing, right? And Americans do not understand this. We do not understand. Let me explain something to you, man. When I was a kid, right, we were in the Cold War, and our greatest enemy was Russia. We'd go to elementary school, right, and we'd have Russia drills. The alarm would sound, and we'd have to get underneath our desks, right, because the Russians were coming. Guys, Russia's gone, man. Like, the Russia you see today, this is not the fucking Soviet Union that we were scared of. Like our movie when we were kids was Red Dawn. It was like the Russians came and a bunch of high school kids defeated them. It was like, yeah, fucking commies, right? Like, dude, do you know when the Soviet Union split up? And I guarantee most Americans don't know this. Do you know when the Cold War ended and the Soviet Union split up? 4 million people died. Yeah. 4 million people. From the economy, from lack of health care, like everything, man. The country was splitting apart. There was so much chaos. This is where the Russian oligarchs, you've all heard of those, right? This is where the Russian oligarchs came from. These were the people that came out of the mess after the Soviet Union split up, and they were like corrupt. They fucking took advantage of everybody. They made a shit ton of money. As people died, right, they became the oligarchs, right? This is what happened. This is what's going to happen to America. Right? It's what happened to every other empire, right? Like, these empires get carved up, man. They don't die. They get carved up. Whether it's the Ottomans, whether it's the Romans, whether it's freaking the Soviet Union. Like, it doesn't really matter, man. They don't die. They get carved up, right? And they split apart. And then they fight amongst each other, right? Like the Russia-Ukraine war. Most people don't even know this in America today. You know why the Russia and Ukraine are fighting? Because of the fucking split up. They used to be the same, right? It's all because of the fucking Cold War. Like, decades and decades and decades ago. And people are still dying today. This is what America has to look forward to. Millions and millions and millions of Americans dying. Like, people splitting apart. Like, the government's going to fucking collapse, man. Other people are going to take control. There's going to be oligarchs that rise. There's going to be militias. There's going to be, the United States is not going to be the United States. It's going to split apart into different countries, right? They're going to fight amongst themselves, draw allies from different folks, whatever. This is just the history of the world, man. Like, I'm not being a conspiracy theorist. This is just the history of the world. This is the kind of shit that happens, like, over and over and over again. We want to know what happens. We just need to look and see what has happened, right? Listen, I'm going to tell you right now. The best thing you can do, number one, is start educating yourself. But when you're done with that, the best thing you can do, start becoming self-sufficient. That's one of the nice things about America. It's easy to become self-sufficient. There's so many resources there, so much space, right? Become self-sufficient. Plant a victory garden. Look those up. They use those in the war too. Plant a victory garden. Start growing your own food. Like, learn how to hunt, learn how to fish, learn how to snare animals. And if you're in the city, learn how to silently kill squirrels and eat them. Whatever it is, man. Learn how to fucking survive on your own. Learn how to defend yourself. Learn how to create a library that you have. This is like an emergency library that teaches you things just in case your internet goes out. Because it's going to. Right? Like, you're not going to just be able to look shit up on Google. Like, these are the types of things that are going to happen. Learn how to do basic medicine and triage and things like this. Like, you're going to need this information. Think about things like your medication. Try to get off of it if you can. You should. Use natural methods. Because you're not going to be able to find your medication and you're going to die because you don't have your medication. Like, do you understand these things? Like, this is literally what's going to happen. Like, prepare for things like eyeglasses. Like, get extra eyeglasses or get LASIK surgery, because what happens, like, if you don't have eyeglasses and there's not an eye doctor and you can't go get right? Do you understand this? This is the way that millions and millions of people died when the Soviet Union split up, right? Because they just didn't have access to these things that they had access to before, right? Safety, security, healthcare, food, right? Things like this. Right? Learn how to protect yourself. Develop communities, right? Because there's going to be people who are going to come to get you and take your shit. It's just going to happen, man. Like, the idea that you're safe right now, like, it's not going to be the same later, right? So you're going to have to start learning to take care of yourself. You can just dial the phone and say, I'm in trouble, come help me. No, you're going to have to fucking learn how to take care of yourself. Because if you don't, you're going to die. That's what happens in these situations. So, this is my 2 cents. Take it or leave it. Some people will be like, oh, that's never going to happen. So many people have, like, the fucking glory of America shoved up their ass. They're like, oh, that'll never happen. Yeah, it actually will happen. And it's about to. So, just my 2 cents for what it's worth.